Welcome to part 3 of movement for the immune system. Today I'm going to be showing you some moves for your arms. Anything that moves this area, so if you just do like some arm circles, it's a little bit easier when you're standing up. Arm circles, arm swings, try not to hit your cat in the face. Circles like this. Circles like this. We're just trying to move this area that has a cluster of a lot of lymph nodes to get some muscle action in there to help circulate the lymph in that area. So like the armpit and chest area and like upper arm. Raising your arms above your head is something that we rarely have cause to do, so we don't do it very often. So if you can get a little bit of variety and motion in that area, it doesn't have to be any specific exercise. It can be just, you can get creative with it and squeeze it in anytime you think of it. A very easy thing to do. If you do want to do a very specific exercise, I really like floor angels, which are like snow angels without snow. Although you could also just do it in snow if you happen to still have snow in your area. I like to prop up my shoulders a little bit. You don't have to, you can do it straight on the floor. The benefits of having a little bit of a bolster are that it can help get your ribs into neutral. So when you're lying on the floor, if you have kind of like a tight psoas, it can pop your ribs up. Excuse me, Charlie. So putting a bolster just under the shoulders, not under like the middle or bottom of the ribs, but just about there so that your ribs can lie flat a little bit more instead of popping up. I also need to support my head, otherwise my ribs will pop up. So that's one of the benefits of bolstering. The other one is it puts a little bit more space between your shoulder and the floor, so you can you get a little bit more of gravity kind of pulling your arm down, a little bit of space there. So you're just going to first rotate your arms outward from the shoulder socket, so out so that your thumb is sort of dragging along the floor as you move your arms up and back down. You can move in either the full range, or you can just go from kind of this 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock position to like 1 and 11, and just move in a small range like that. Depends on your mobility, what's going on there in your shoulder joint. There's a lot of different variations you can do. You can just go kind of in the range where you can keep your hands on the floor, or you can go up past where they come up. It's fine either way. The main point is that we're getting motion in here, and it's stretching this kind of pectoral area, which is usually very hunched over in most of our daily activity, so these muscles can get a little short and tight, so it's allowing those to stretch a little bit, as well as you'll probably feel it in your arm and mobility work in your shoulder. There's a lot going on in the upper body here. So this is a good one to kind of get all of these muscles moving. You can also do this motion while you're standing. Just feels a little bit different when you've got gravity pulling your arms down, and especially if you can get into this neutral position. What else was I going to say? Another thing that you can add to this if you want to is to think about keeping the scapula wide, so keeping the shoulder blades apart instead of letting them kind of squeeze back and collapse into each other as your arms drop back. So as your shoulder drops down, probably your shoulder blade is going to move closer to your spine. But if you want to, you can try it kind of stabilizing your shoulder blades wide and then trying to keep them there. As you drop your arm back, you'll notice it's a lot more sensation in the arm because you're not bringing kind of the whole shoulder back. You're really just you're stabilizing the shoulder and just moving the arm back. So that's kind of next phase if you want a little bit more of a challenge or just a different experience. You can do it both ways. Those are floor angels. That's the move of the day, or anything else that moves your arms. Tomorrow, or whenever the next one goes up, I don't know if it'll be today or tomorrow or when, we'll be moving the clusters of lymph nodes in the groin area and hips. And if you haven't watched the other ones, what did I just say? This is the third one. So there's 2 other ones so far. The first one talking a little bit about movement in the lymphatic system and walking, and the last one with a little bit of neck stuff, and this one with shoulder stuff. And we'll just keep ticking away at the boxes of things we can do using movement to support the immune system. Right, Charles?